Right.
We do so love the military life.
We can't have you wandering around in here.
Who's that?
people of Albania for over 200 years. That you have gathered here today in such auspicious numbers is but a small sign of the growing unrest in the land. You, and so many others like you, have realized that indeed something is rotten in the state of Albania. You know that as a cow needs color, so an Albanian needs freedom. We, the freedom fighters of Albania, have taken this grassroots movement and whipped it into a brush fire that is raging across the land. And from every corner of the land has come the cry. And from every corner of the land has come the cry.
Who shall lead? Who shall lead?
Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are Pa Ubu. King of Poland, inventor of the KGB, the FBI, the SS, the IRS, and the NFL. We have served as mentor to modern man's most dynamic leaders. FDR, JFK, LBJ,
BB King.
LSD.
MJB, to name but a few. Together with Alfred Jarry, we discovered pataphysics, which led eventually to Star Wars. Long live the spirit of Alfred Jarry, first true martyr of the cause. He lived fast, died young, and refused to accept objective reality. Without his ether-inspired genius, it is very unlikely that we would find ourselves here today. And Albania, this blessed land, Albania, would be but a memory. Our country, 'tis of the land of fraternity, Albania, where every man must fight for what he knows is right. The enemy is in our sight, Albania. We will not cringe nor flee. You'll see us on TV. Just one more victory for Albania. Now that we are in the land where liberty is equal to fraternity, and fraternity means, more or less, the equality of legality, and since we are unable of behaving like everyone else, we formed a CIA, which is to say the counterintelligence agency to free Albania from the evil clutches of the blue suede shoes brigade of goose-stepping rednecks. You are all now, by virtue of your very presence here, members of the CIA. Well, and congratulations. Welcome. Glad to have you aboard. Fantastic job, well done. You have, however, been photographed and recorded. In the event that any of you should wish to inform on us, your records will secretly be handed over to the powers that be. We leave your fate to your imagination. A free Albania for all, or a free Albania for no one! Bravo! Bravo! We made ourselves perfectly clear. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. Fine. Then we make you continue. As guerrilla fighters, you must always treat the common people with decency and respect. It is only in this way that we can hope to win the hearts of Urbanians. But it is just as important that we learn to recognize the enemy. Those who do not understand the logic of our goals and actions are no better than a fat lump of shit and must be eliminated. Our goal, comrades, is clear. We must free ourselves from this yoke of oppression. But how? How can we, the common people, fight the mob of power mongers who terrorize Urbania today? Indeed, how?
Guns! We must have guns!
Let's all go farming, live off the army, speed the world we never saw.
If we get feeling down, we wander into town, and with the population, should greet us with indignation.
We'll talk a bit because we like our hamburgers raw. My father is missing, my brother is dead, and I went crazy shooting. But blood is blood, and red is red, and UBU is still recruiting. Let's all go army, live off the army, see the world we never saw.
If we get feeling down, we wander into town, and with the population, should greet us with indignation.
We'll chop the bits because we like our hamburgers raw. Excellent, bravo, bravo. Nothing like a military song to get the blood boiling, eh? At ease, at ease. This new war, this holy war, will not be won with guns alone. Ours is a political war. Urbania is but the first small step. What is Urbania? Urbania is but this room. Our quest concerns not the mere confines of Urbania, but the world. Yes, the world! And how will we win this victory? Not with mere guns. Our target is in the minds of the population. And how will we win the minds of the population? Guns! Guns! No! Not with the use of force, but treating them rather as we would our own children, using the power of our superior intellect and training to convince them that our cause is their cause. Demonstration drill number 1. Horns, trumpets! Demonstration drill number 1. Let's move it! As a freedom fighter, you must always be able to persuasively justify your actions, no matter how extreme or bizarre they may appear to the common people of Urbania. We have prepared a mini drama, if you like, to illustrate the point. Pay close attention. You there, stand up. Just join in with the others here. Do as they do. Everything will be just fine right here. Very good, very good. Bow! Face! Assume positions! You share your food. You, the freedom fighter, come upon a group of laborers taking their lunch. Now, do not simply run at them, weapon raised, and demand, "Where's the beef?" No. Instead, you must explain to them why they should feed you. If you make it clear to them that it is in their interest that they help you, you will not need to ask them at all. They will gladly give you everything they have. The generosity of the poor is no idle myth. Observe. Good day, comrades. Beautiful weather we're having, eh? fighting for your freedom. Yes, we have recently come from a battle where we single-handedly defeated an entire battalion of the Blue Suede Shoes Brigade, who were on their way to this very spot to rape, pillage, and plunder. Yes, we, with no thought or concern for our own safety, played the part of the pitiless side who pitifully sighs the pitiful poppies in the bloom of their youth. A bloody battle has undoubtedly saved each of you from certain death. We are famished and fatigued from our efforts. Good friend, our weapon is your weapon. It is used to fight for your freedom. Is it not logical then that your food is also our food? Arms trumpet in the name of freedom, give us your food! On your knees! That is not how we rehearsed it. My green candle, we will perforate your needles! Are you trying to make a fool out of us in front of the new recruits? Aha! Yet another example of the devious and conniving tricks locked in. You are obviously a camp by the Blue Suede Shoes Brigade, intending to undermine our holy enterprise. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Your mind is no longer your own. You are a puppet, an enemy of truth, an enemy of dissent, an enemy of justice, an enemy of Urbania, but most importantly, an enemy of UBU. Gods, take her out! Now, where were we? Ah, yes. It should be clear to you by now that you must treat the common people with decency and respect, never using force. Instead, we must work to establish a bond of identification, and this too is quite simple. Demonstration drill number 2. Demonstration drill number 2. Let's move it. Double time. Let's go. Up, 2, 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 up, 2. Bow, face. Bow, face. Assume positions. And work, work, work. You, the freedom fighter, come upon laborers working in the fields. Now, you lay your weapon aside. Never out of arm's reach, mind you. And you join in the work, shouting slogans such as, "Many hands make light work," or, "The greatest wealth of every human being is his own freedom." Because slaves will always be poor, but we poor can always have the wealth of our own freedom. Things like that. Watch. Many hands make light work. Yes, many hands make light work. Many hands make light work. Very good. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Excellent, excellent. A stitching time saves 9. Let sleeping dogs lie. Very good, on with the work, and a bird in the hand is worth 2. Yes, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Phrase! Horn trumpet! Bah! Oh, come on, make my day! It's all part of the act. He's fine. Come on your feet. Let's go. Take it out. You know what to do. slogans are of great use when inciting a riot or establishing a bond with the common people, and I think it's appropriate that we try a few of them here to make sure you've gotten the point. You there. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Repeat after me. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
Very good, very good. Let's have you give it a try. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
Very good. On your feet. Let's go. Great. Now with feeling. The weapons are for winning freedom. Winning freedom. They are for you. Great. Fantastic. You there. Let's see now. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for
Oh, let's try that one here. This side of the room. All together now. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Come on now, with a little feeling. On your feet. Let's try. Come on. On your feet. Excuse me, guard, take this one out, please. This one with him as well. You're free to go. Okay, we have solidarity here, fine. The three of you leave together. Come with us, please. Don't create a scene now. Fine. Okay, now let's have everyone on there. Come on, let's do this one together. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Come on your feet. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Excellent. Bravo. One more. The greatest wealth of every human being is his own freedom. Because we poor shall never have Cadillacs and Mercedes, or be allowed to walk down the right side of the street without bowing our orders come. Because they are capitalistic swine. We're coming!
Come on, find out they're coming! Save us! Do something!
Well, have a seat. It seems as if we've run out of time for this afternoon. You've now completed the first stage of your training. Your mission now is to hold off the invaders as we beat a hasty retreat. Those of you who survive are ordered to report tomorrow for stage 2. We will then demonstrate the explicit use of violence for propagandistic effects. Fight well, men, and remember always that we are UBU, your leader, your patron, your saint. Long live Albania! Long live the CIA! Long live UBU!
A one, a two, a one, two, three.
Good afternoon, comrades. You are gathered here today because you have recognized the need to join together against the oppressive regime which has exploited the people of Romania for over 200 years. That you have gathered here today in such auspicious numbers is but a small sign of the growing unrest in the land. You and so many others like you have realized that indeed something is rotten in the state of Romania. You know that as a cow needs cud,
So an Albanian needs freedom. We, the freedom fighters of Albania, have taken this grassroots movement and whipped it into a brush fire that is raging across the land. And from every corner of the land has come the cry. And from every corner of the land has come the cry.
Who shall lead?
Who shall lead? Indeed. Who? Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are UBU. I'm King of Poland, inventor of the KGB, the FBI, the SS, the IRS, and the NFL. We have served as mentor to modern man's most dynamic of leaders. FDR, JFK, LBJ,
BB King.
LSD.
MKB, to name but a few. Together with Alfred Jarry, we discovered pataphysics, which led eventually to Star Wars. Long live the spirit of Alfred Jarry, first true martyr of the cause. He lived fast, died young, and refused to accept objective reality. Without his ether-inspired genius, it is very unlikely that we would find ourselves here today. And Albania, this blessed land, Albania, would be but a memory. Our country 'tis of the land of fraternity, Albania, where every man must fight for what he knows is right. The enemy is in our sight, now that we are in the land where liberty is equal to fraternity. And fraternity means, more or less, the equality of legality. And since we are unable to behave like everyone else, we formed the CIA. Which is to say, the counterintelligence agency to free Albania from the evil clutches of the blue suede shoes brigade of goose-stepping rednecks. You are all now, by virtue of your very presence here, members of the CIA. Welcome. Welcome. Congratulations. Glad to have you aboard. Job well done. You have, however, been photographed and recorded. In the event that any of you should wish to inform on us, your record will secretly be handed over to the powers that be. We leave your fate to your imagination. A free Albania for all, or a free Albania for no one. Bravo! Bravo! Have we made ourselves perfectly clear? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Then we may continue. As a guerrilla fighter, you must always treat the common people of Albania with decency and respect. It is only in this way that we can hope to win the hearts of Albanians. But it is just as important that we learn to recognize the enemy. Those who do not understand the logic of our goals and actions are no better than a fat lump of shit and must be eliminated. Our goal, comrades, is clear. We must free ourselves from this yoke of oppression. But how? How can we, the common people. Fight the mob of powermongers who terrorize Urbania today. You mean how?
We must have guns!
Guns! Let's all go barmy, live off the army, see the world we never saw.
If we get feeling down, we wander into town, and if the population should greet us with indignation, we'll come to it because we like our hamburgers raw. My father is missing, my brother is dead, and I went crazy shooting.
But blood is blood and red is red and UBU is still recruiting. Let's all go farmy, live off the army, see the world we never saw.
If we get feeling down, we wander into town, and if the population should greet us with indignation, we'll come to the It's because we like our hamburgers raw.
Excellent, bravo! Nothing like a rousing military song to get the blood boiling, eh? At ease. This new war, this holy war, will not be won with guns alone. Ours is a guerrilla war. Urbania is but the first small step. What is Urbania? Urbania is but this room. Our quest concerns not the mere confines of Urbania, but the world. Yes, the world! And how will we win this victory? Not with mere guns. Our target is in the minds of the population. And how will we win the minds of the people? Guns! No! Not with the use of force, but rather treating them always as our own ship. Using the power of our superior intellect and training to convince them that our cause is their cause. Demonstration drill number 1. Horn strumpets! Demonstration drill number 1, assume position! Up, two, up, two, up, two, up, two, up, two. As a freedom fighter, you must always be able to persuasively justify your actions, no matter how extreme or bizarre they may appear to the common people. We have prepared a mini drama, if you like, to illustrate the point. Pay close attention. You there, on your feet, please. I need a little help with this demonstration. Right up here in front with the others. Just stand here, do as they do, and everything will be just fine. There you are. Thank you very much. You, a freedom fighter, come upon a group of laborers taking their lunch break. You have been living and fighting in the wild for several days. Your food has run out. You're starved. But share your food with a new recruit, man. You do not simply run up to them, weapon raised, and demand, "Where's the beef?" Instead, you must explain to them why they should feed you. If you make it clear that it's in their interest that they feed you, you will not need to ask at all. They will gladly give you everything they have. The generosity of the poor is no idle myth. Observe. Good day, comrades. Beautiful weather we're having, eh? Please excuse our present condition and somewhat diminished attire. We are a freedom fighter, living in the bush without food or shelter, fighting for you, for your freedom. We recently came from a battle where we single-handedly defeated an entire battalion of the Blue Suede Shoes Brigade, who were on their way to this very spot to rape, pillage, and plunder. Yes, we, with no thought for our own safety, played the part of the pitiless silent who pitifully sighs the pitiful puppies in the bloom of their youth. A bloody battle which has undoubtedly saved each of you from certain death. We are famished from our efforts. Good friend, our weapon is your weapon. It is used to fight for your freedom. Is it not logical then that your food is also our food? In the name of freedom, give us your food! On strong men, on your knees! That is not how we rehearsed it! Are you trying to make a fool out of us in front of the new recruits? By my green candle, we will perforate your near holes! Aha! Yet another example of the devious and conniving tricks of our enemy. You are obviously a plant by the Blue Suede Shoes Brigade, intending to undermine our most holy enterprise. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You are an enemy of the people. Your mind is no longer your own. Sit! You are an enemy of Urbania, but most importantly, an enemy of UBU. Guards, take her out. Come on, dog. You can have a seat, thank you. Now, where were we? Ah, yes. As I have demonstrated, you must treat the common people with gentleness, decency, and respect. It should be clear to you by now that this is not done with the use of force, but rather by establishing a bond of identification. And this, too, is quite simple. Observe. Demonstration drill number 2. Those lazy rogues! Demonstration drill number 2, double time. Let's move it. Up to, 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 up to. Face. Assume positions. Now work. You, the freedom fighter, come upon a group of laborers working in the fields. You lay your weapon aside. Never out of arm's reach, mind. And join in the work, shouting slogans such as, "Many hands make light work." Or, "The greatest wealth of every human being is his own freedom. Because slaves will always be poor, but we poor can always have the wealth of our own freedom." Things like that is quite simple. Watch. Many hands make light work. Many hands make light work. Many hands make light work. Excellent. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Yes. A rolling stone gathers no moss. A stitch in time saves 9. Let sleeping dogs lie. Bravo. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. now. Come on your feet. Let's go. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Well, I think you should be catching on by now. These slogans are very useful in inciting a riot or otherwise disturbing the peace. And I think it's appropriate that we try a couple of them here now to make sure you've all got the point. You there. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Repeat after me. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
Very good. Stand up now. Let's try it again. With feeling this time. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
One more time now. Really give it all you've got. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
Great! Bravo! Bravo! You there. Let's try a free Urbania for all. Or a free Urbania for no one.
A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
Very good, very good. Let's try all of you together on this side, that one time, shall we? And with a lot of feeling, let's make the room shudder. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Again, a free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. On your feet, come on, let's do it. All of you, let's try it all together now. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Yes, again, a free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Yes, long live Urbania.
Long live Urbania!
Long live UBU.
Long live UBU!
Fantastic. One more now. The greatest wealth of every human being is his own freedom. Because we poor who have never had Mercedes-Benz or Cadillacs or been allowed to ride in the front of the bus, but have always been torn apart by those capitalistic swine who want to dominate, control, and ruin the world.
They're coming! Come! Please stop there!
Well, have a seat. It seems as if we've run out of time for this afternoon. You have now completed the first stage of your training. Your mission now is to hold off the invaders as we beat a hasty retreat. Those of you who survived are ordered to report tomorrow for stage 2. We will then demonstrate the explicit use of violence for propagandistic effects. Fight well, men. And remember always that we are UBU, your leader, your patron, your saint. Long live Urbania! Long live the CIA! Long live UBU!
I am in charge now. Evacuate the building immediately. Leave now.
no more sobs when he starts throbbing his old sweet song. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing along when the red, red robin goes ba 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 along.
I have these ones with panda bears on it, but I can't remember it now. And I remember Dennis the Menace. And we had a Popeye one that my sister and my mom bought us these really cool albums of space things on them, these space albums, and they would tell stories about outer space.
We grew up in really different times when you think about it. I mean, it evens out more when you get older, it seems like, but when we were really young, I mean, when I was there's the phone. Oh, that's my mom's phone. When I was 5, it was 1962. You weren't even born. You were born in 64. So when you were 5, it was 69. So the difference between 62 and 69.
That's a lot. Because both I think my older sister, unless she's pretty young and stuff, we were up in this area. No, I guess we were in some area.
Let's get my mom to sit down. I bet she'll tell us about something. Hi, Mom.
You want to tell us a story?
You're good.
Appointment coming
At what time?
at 4.
What time is it now?
5 minutes before.
So you can't tell us a quick dream or anything?
I'm going to collect myself.
Okay.
How are you?
We're videotaping ourselves. We've been telling stories and stuff.
How many days do you get it?
We have to return it in a little while. That's why we're just using the film for the
Okay.
fun of it.
Dream.
Dream on.
Dream on.
Dream on.
I wonder how much tape we have left.
Pretty much, I bet.
Yeah, it goes really slow like this. Let's share this for a while. You can analyze me now. I have these dreams in the night that I'm abusing people.
You're kidding! In their groin area?
Yeah, mostly at the groin area. Seems to be some sort of a correlation here. Do I know you? I mean, in the biblical sense.
I'm a virgin.
You are, aren't you? I was hoping I'd find one. It's hard to find one in Santa Cruz, especially.
Oh, I bet.
It took months of diligent work, poking and prodding around in dark corners.
Till you found one with a chastity belt on. That's why I always wear my pants so big. Metal clanks around a lot.
The closest I've ever been to dreaming while I was awake was I told you about when I became a ghost that time.
Yeah.
That was pretty weird. That was like a waking nightmare. And I imagine that's what it's like to be insane. To go off into a world like that and get stuck there. And not be able to get
Well,
yourself
that's
back
how I
out.
feel when I think I'm going crazy. It's just like I don't have any sense about things around me and people around me or anything. Even my own body. I just have this sort of, it's my mind a lot, it's just my mind, you know, and it just keeps going, different things keep coming in and I get caught in these, trying to figure things out and then not being able to do it and then thinking about, oh, I can't believe I can't figure this out. And then getting another little piece of it and then not being able to go any further and then wondering if my mind was just playing a game with me and then thinking, that's really paranoia when even yourself is after you. I mean, that's like, There can be no worse thing than that, I don't think.
I was stalking myself now. I like the idea of keeping records like this of stuff. And it's really true about editing now. It's very
And in that,
important.
remember that book I gave you called Ruby Fruit Jungle? Did you ever read that?
No,
Well, in that book,
I don't remember you giving it to me. I remember seeing it.
yeah, I think you read it, as a matter of fact. It's about a lesbian, and she was a filmmaker, or she wanted to be one, and sort of just about her life, and she
I
grew
did
up
read
and-
that. How come I can't remember it?
It was a good, I read that.
I forget a lot of stuff that I read. Why? I mean, I feel like all your experiences and all the things you read and see and stuff like that become part of you, but some people can really, like Barry can remember everything that he's read and can talk about it and bring it back up and stuff, and I can't at all.
That's how I am with dreams. I can remember what I've read. More than even sometimes I can remember what I've done.
Wow.
And sometimes I can't even remember what I do. I forget things that I've already done them. Or and just live in the present.
I've been wanting to try and do this with this thing because I thought it was really interesting, the relationship that we got into with the tape recorder when we were making a tape for Andre, and that person, the machine being a person. It's a little bit more imposing with a camera. I mean, to look at it and talk to it and imagine it being somebody that you'd want to send a tape to, but I think it would be really fun to make a video letter and send it to people. God, and then you could take that idea of the guy with the tape recorder, the guy with the video camera instead, and he has a television set, and so he can sit and he can talk and watch himself on television too, but he has to leave the pauses so that he can have a conversation with himself. He sets the television in a little chair and talks to it.
How you doing today, Fred?
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine.
But it would be, I mean, it would be great.
the same conversation every day.
That's the same problem with the tape recorder, that's what I said.
Except if you asked questions that were sort of ambiguous, and if you had answers that were ambiguous, you could keep asking different questions.
But see, the thing is that you have to take it one step further, because you have to make your basic tape. But then you have to play that tape into a tape machine and tape it again. You see what I'm saying? So that we could then watch on television this guy talking to himself on television.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right.
And you could take it further and further. Here's somebody's here. Oh, this must be my mom's appointment. Maybe we could ask them about their dreams. I don't think so. That my mom gets pretty uptight. People must wonder what the hell's going on here.
I remember that dream that I had the other night when I threw up. Oh, that was pretty gross, and I remember that you were there, and it was... I just felt so sick that I just had to throw up.
Hi.
I didn't really want to.
You're in the right place. It looks like a used car lot, but this is where we live.
Yeah, there's always a lot of cars here. It looks like there's a car here all the time. I have to look on my car. It's not doing me really well. I suppose I could just show it. And then I didn't have to look on it.
Mom's got a great business thing if she could keep people coming down. We should probably take this stuff back. It's 4, it's gotta be there. Now we have a little time. I'm sorry, I didn't listen to what you were talking about for a little while, because I was watching my mom. I don't know how interesting this is going to be to watch.
It's fun to do.
It's like with a tape recorder too, it'd be nice to be able to edit parts out. We need to get editing stuff. But we'll save all this stuff that we make now, and eventually we'll get editing equipment. And and we'll edit stuff out. That's why I like you.
Because I don't have any editing equipment.
No, but because I can see doing projects like this kind of stuff with you over long periods of time just because we like doing it and it's fun. And I like that.
It's good to have another person too, because I think of a lot of projects and stuff that I'd like to do, and then I just sit down in my house and I think about it, and I go through all the stages of it. And I can be pretty satisfied if I'm by myself and I know that there's no way that I can possibly do it. I can be pretty satisfied just dreaming about it.
Yeah, it's nice to get stuff done. Like this play. I'm really glad that we did this. It's been really good. Well, she's having an appointment in there. She probably is sitting out here.
Okay, bye, Tate.
It's been real.
It's been fun.
You can turn it on. Ready when you are, CB.
It's recording.
Press
now.
it again. Now it's on.
Yeah, no.
Turn the lights real quick.
There's no lighting.
There's a white balance set. There's an indoor out thing. That's the automatic iris. You have it on automatic now. You want it just more on open. Here.
Yeah, no, I can see there's
Okay,
a white
okay.
line. It's like
What are
a
you
like.
setting it now for?
Well, just playing around with it. I want to take it inside and make sure it's working.
Close open. We want to open all the way.
You can tell it's working just by looking at the
Okay, say something witty and intelligent. We're recording.
What?
You should do a good job of cleaning up. About as good as you cook.
Tom just said that to me.
You guys want to play the Prince of Paris?
Should it be that full? Yeah.
You get so much from
You're
Green.
number 1, you're number 2, you're number 3. And you're number 4, 5, and 6. So you're 3 and 6, you're 2 and 5, and you're 1 and 4.
Okay.
On who?
You're 2 and 5.
Oh, God. Two of them?
The Prince of Paris has lost his hat. Number 5 knows where it is. Number 5 goes to the end of the line.
You're now number 6. I'm now numbers 3 and 5.
Prince of Paris has lost his hat. Number 2 knows where it's going. Number 2 goes to the end of the line. It's just 2.
I am now. No, this is not that hard. I can follow it.
No, what do you say again?
You're number 2 and 5.
Who, sir, me, sir?
Yes, sir, you, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, not
No,
us.
sir, not us. Okay, then now start over.
Oh, you want to start
What
with
am I
six?
now?
I'm
2
3
and
and
6?
6. I'm 3
Two
and
and
6.
Shall we start with 1 just at the beginning, or is this okay?
No, we should be able to do it.
Yeah, we should.
What numbers are you?
2 and 5.
What are you?
3 and 6.
Prince of Paris has lost his hat. Number 3 knows where it's going.
Who's number
Number 3, yes, sir, you, sir.
No, sir, not us. Number 6, sir. Who's sir? You,
Number
sir?
3 goes to- yes, sir, you.
No, sir, not us.
Who then?
Number 1, sir.
Number 1 goes to the end of the line. Prince of Paris has lost his hat. Number 2 knows where to find
Who's
it.
sir? Me, sir?
Yes, sir, you, sir.
No, sir, not us.
Yes, sir. Number 2.
Yes, I am. She's number 1 into the end of the line, so I move up to from 3 to 2, and you're 2 to 1. You're 1.
So you're 1 and 4 now.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2 and 2
right,
and 5.
everybody
Right,
moves.
1 and 4.
Okay. Now what am I?
Well, yeah, you're 4 and 6.
4 and 6.
Prince of Paris has lost his hat. Number 3 knows where to find it. Number 3 go to the end of the line. So I gotta not keep track too.
Yeah, you do. I'm now numbers 2
2 or 3?
and
3.
4. Because I was, no, I was 6, 2 and 5.
Oh yeah, you're 3 and 6. Let's start again.
Okay, we'll start all over again.
Okay, everybody's got their same numbers.
What number's that? I'm 3 and 6.
Yeah.
Original numbers.
Is that tennis ball?
Yeah.
Has it always been in here? Prince of Paris has lost his hat. Number 4 is left. Number 4 goes to the end. The Prince of Paris
sir, me, sir?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, not I, sir.
Who then, sir?
Number 1, sir.
Number
Who, sir,
one,
me, sir?
Yes, sir.
No, sir, not I, sir.
Well, who then, sir?
Number 4, sir. Who, sir, me, sir?
Yes, you, sir.
No, sir, not us,
Well,
sir.
who then, sir?
Number 3, sir.
Three comes in lunch.
That's me. Okay. And now numbers 5 and 6.
The two is it was really complicated. I can't really even keep track of it.
Yeah, I can't either. Let's just do 1.
Alright, so let's do a really fast one. Huh? Yeah, this one's not.
I don't like this one.
Okay, let's play, let's just run lines. Let's just run
Here,
lines.
throw me the ball.
As fast as we can.
Throw the ball as fast as we can.
No, do the lines as fast as we can.
I'm looking forward to my life. I'm looking forward to that. Me, the way I picture me.
Who are you talking to?
I had this room at the Shall I describe this room? I had a wall picture Walt Whitman in overtime. Every time I looked at it, I thought of Pennsylvania. I had a picture of an animal on a yellow pony. Every time I looked at this picture, I saw money. I had a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. Every time I looked at it, I saw the water. I had a picture of me sitting on a jeep with a gun in my hand.
Oh my god, the turkey. I'm sorry, I think I walked over the bathroom.
Think about it now.
I know, I
You gotta
should
do
go
it.
now.
Do it, you gotta do it.
It's funny the way the snow is.
Yeah, do mine too, okay?
It's funny the way the snow is.
Maybe we should read.
We'll have to wait till later.
Yeah, we'll be looking for the place. You remember where it was? No, we marked
I
it.
thought we wanted.
I lost the place.
Shooter, can you do a soft shoot?
No, I don't think so.
I was just wondering if we could both do it. See, without getting out.
Can we try something? I want to try the soft show. I want to try something.
This one's gonna break. One, two, three, quattro.
I want to do it for the audience. And then when she comes in, realize what I'm doing. Think that's okay? Okay. Any other? Like, it's really caught in limbo.
Without getting out, just start away.
Just like this
Yeah.
one?
Was it chapter 16?
Maybe.
Just try. Put your hands on the table. One, two, three, quattro.
Are we gonna read? I can't find the place. Here, let me look. Shooter, lost the place.
I saw this picture of a game of bears, and Gypsy's had on a leash. They're all laying by the side of the road, and the bear is standing on all fours right in the middle of the road. The background was this fancy house. Don't act it out.
Were we talking about the common facility?
You don't have to act it out. I never thought that.
I never.
That was before my time. They made it illegal or something.
Too cruel or something.
No, it's not cruel. It's humiliating. I mean, it's not the right position for me. You can see it. It's all off balance.
That's what I mean. That's
What?
cruel. From there, that's cruel.
No. It's not something that's expected of me. It's something that's human. It puts me in a different position, a different situation.
Wow.
Performing without realizing it. I mean, I realize it, the bear does it. He just finds himself doing something awkward.
Well, that's what I meant.
You're not the bear.
I found it. They've returned to Earth over time. Everything's the same. Nothing's changed.
It. Let me try.
I think I'll take it back.
The turkey's almost ready.
I'm too scared to eat.
Let me take it back and calm you down.
Is there any hot water
There was
left?
less than one, isn't there?
I don't want to go up there alone.
You don't remember the last time you got scared when I got you.
I know. It's the same. It's the snow. Being inside. Everything's so shiny inside.
Karen?
Hi.
You want to sit up here and share a blanket?
I'll sit down with you. How are you?
Hey, Tom.
This was at my parents' house when they moved in. This chair.
Same. Yeah, here. You guys don't want to meet bikes? I drive by and I look and I go, God, can you drop this car? Sure, I'm like, oh, yeah, all the way forward. The old one. Yeah, how about you?
There is really plenty of room. Yeah.
All right, fine. You look at me. All right, fine. No, I'm not quite sure. She was. Yeah, so, you know. Oh, hi, honey. How are you? Good. Yeah, she was. Thanks, Michelle. I'll take it in.
Sit with us.
Yeah.
We didn't know where to find it. Going up there, cars ahead of us and back, know where you're going.
You do? Put it on.
contributions are available, any help will be greatly appreciated. Two special thanks that aren't in the program. Fred Jefferson for his inspiration in this final week of rehearsal, and Christopher Kirkwood for his help, inspiration, and collaboration in the making of the music.
It's alright.
describe this room? I had a wall, the picture of Walt Whitman in an overcoat. Every time I looked at the picture, I thought of Pennsylvania. I had a picture of an antelope on a yellow prairie. Every time I looked at it, I saw him running. I had a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. Every time I looked at it, I saw the water underneath it. I had a picture of me sitting on a Jeep with a gun in one hand.
Oh my God! The turkey!
Funny, the way the snow.
Maybe we should read.
We'll have to wait till light.
But we could be looking for the place. Do you remember where it was?
So we marked it.
I lost the place.
Here, let me look.
Shooter, can you do a soft shoe?
Oh.
I was just wondering if we could both do it, sitting down, without getting up, just our legs.
Just like this, you mean?
Yeah,
Is it chapter 16?
Maybe.
just try. Put your hands on the table. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are we gonna read? I can't find the place. The shooter lost the place.
I saw this picture of a dancing bear. Some gypsies had it on a leash. They're all laying by the side of the road. And the bear was standing on all fours, right in the middle of the road. In the background was this fancy house. Don't act it out.
Were we past the part where the comet exploded?
You don't have to act it out.
I never saw a dancing bear before. That was before my time. They must have made it illegal. Too cruel or something.
No. It doesn't feel cruel. Just humiliating. I mean, it's not the rightful position for a bear. You can feel it. It's all off balance.
Well, that's what I meant. That's cruel. For a bear, that's cruel.
No. It's as though something's expected. As though I were human. It puts me in a different position. A different situation.
How?
Performing. Without realizing. I mean, I realize it, but the bear doesn't. He just finds himself doing something awkward, unusual.
You're not the bear.
I found it! They've returned to Earth
think I'll take a bath?
The turkey is almost ready.
I am too scared to eat.
Let him take a bath. It'll calm him down.
Hey, is there any hot water left?
When was the last time I was up there?
Well, I'm not going to go up there alone.
If you can remember the last time when you got scared, it might help you this time.
I know. It's the same. It's the snow. And inside. Everything's so shocking inside. When I look at my feet in the bathtub, I get terrified. The side of the skin that's covering me. That's all that's covering me.
Do you want some rum, Shooter? I remember the last time I got scared. I thought I'd eaten something. I thought I'd poisoned myself. I imagined it working its way in. I went outside in the snow in my bare feet and forced myself to throw up. It was that kind of a night. I remember that night. We were watching the stars.
Hey, I know I'll get over this. I mean, you know, it just sort of came on me.
You can keep it.
I've always had this feeling that females were more generous. I've always felt that.
Oh, this is ridiculous! I can't find the place!
I think there's another one on the back porch.
That's what I do. I get this feeling that I can't control the situation. Something's getting out of control. So I punch something. I smash something. I scream. Later I find I've torn my throat. My throat is torn. My body's trembling, my breath is short, my head's pounding. I don't recognize myself.
Shooter. Weren't you the last one to read?
Was I?
Yeah, it was you.
Doesn't matter, does it?
Only if you can remember where you left off.
Okay, I'll look.
Something to be said for not being able to do something well. No, it's all right. Just takes a certain amount of courage to bring it out in the open.
No worse than one you guys.
Oh, I know. I wasn't trying to insult you or anything. Just that we have this picture in our heads of Judy Garland, or Gene Kelly, or Fred Astaire. Those feet flying all over the place. That fluid motion. I mean, how can we do anything for the first time? Even Nijinsky went nuts.
What about it?
It's hard to have a conversation.
position of doing something like that. It's kind of hard to talk about it. You know what I mean? I mean, while I was doing it, while I was in the middle of actually doing it, I didn't particularly feel like talking about it. You know what I mean? I mean, it made me feel funny. Like somebody was watching me, judging me, sort of making an evaluation, chalking up points. I mean, especially the reference to all those stars. I know I'm not as good as Judy Garland. But so what? I wasn't trying to be as good as Judy Garland. It was like it started out just for fun, you know? And then it turned into murder. It was like being murdered, you know what I mean?
Didn't mean to piss you off. I'm not gonna offer to clean it up because you're already doing it.
I know that feeling of being out of control. Powerless. You go crazy. In a second, you can go crazy. You can almost see it coming. A thunderstorm.
It's not that.
Oh.
I mean, sometimes it's like that. But this time it wasn't.
Did you find the place yet?
No.
I'm starving.
This time it came from something else. I had an idea I wanted to be different. I pictured myself being different than how I was. I couldn't stand how I was. The picture grew in me. And the more it grew, the more it came up against how I really was. Then I exploded!
That's what I meant.
What are we gonna eat? It's almost ready.
Couldn't take it. Just thumbing through the book. Not even looking. Not even seeing the papers, just turning. Acting it out. Just pretending.
No.
Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing right now?
I'm looking for
Tired of concentration. I couldn't concentrate. I kept thinking of other things. I kept drifting. I kept thinking of the sun. Gulf of Mexico. Barracuda.
It's okay.
I know it's okay! That's not what I'm saying!
Was it just after the fall of the great continent?
Stop it!
That's
2 weeks before, we feed it a little cornmeal and some sherry. About a teaspoonful of sherry 3 times a day. And then, in the second week, you force a whole walnut down its throat once a day. And you keep up the sherry dosage. And then, when it comes time for the kill, you have a turkey with a warm, nutty flavor. Is that what you did? Well, pardon.
I remember that.
I mean, I started out the first week with the sherry, but by the time the second week was in, I couldn't do it. I mean, that walnut thing. I couldn't do that.
It's not cruel.
Who killed it, anyway? I did.
I can't find a place. Aren't we gonna have any vegetables?
No. We had a late frost, remember?
We're lucky to have a turkey.
You know, I was just wondering about creamed onions, candied yams and stuff.
Dark or light?
White.
No wine either, I suppose.
You were in the kitchen.
Yes. I've never cooked over an open fire before. I mean, a big fire blazing like that. It's hard to keep from cooking yourself. Your arms start roasting. You get afraid the kitchen's gonna burn down. The heat is tremendous.
I thought turkeys were supposed to cook slow.
Well, you let the flames die down. It's just the embers you're cooking on. But the heat.
Yeah, it's hot in here for a change.
Chief, can you get us all some water?
Right now.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
From the well? It's a lot of work, you know. We can't just turn on a tap.
We're lucky to have a turkey.
It's freezing. I don't envy you. Hauling up water, spilling it on your hands. It's freezing.
It's all right.
Feeling your way around in the dark. He might fall in.
We'll hear him.
It's all right, shooter.
I know it's all right. You know, just because we're surrounded by 4 walls and a roof doesn't mean it's still dangerous. The chances of something happening are just as great. Anything could happen. Any move is possible. I've seen it. You go outside, and the world is quiet. White. Everything resounds. Not the sound of a motor, not a light. And you look into the house. You see the candles. You watch the people. The candles draw you. You can see what it's like inside. You get a cold feeling being outside. Alone. Separated. You have the idea that inside is warm, cozy, or friendly. Warm. People, conversation.
conversation, everybody using a language. So you go inside and it is a shock. It's not like how you expected. You forget what you had outside. You forget that there even is an outside. The inside is all you know. So you hunt for a way of being with everyone. A way of finding out how to behave. You find out what's expected of you, and you just act yourself out.
There's one chair left.
Okay.
Dark light, Chief.
White. I was thinking, things get worse. We should get a cow.
Nobody's selling.
You've asked around.
Nobody's selling.
I was thinking chickens would be better.
Nobody's selling!
That's all right.
A goat might be good. There's no way of actually preparing. We'll have to do the best with what we've got. We're all eating now. At least we're eating. We'll have to gauge our hunger. Find out if we need food when we actually think we need it. Find out how much it takes to stay alive. Find out what it does to us. Find out what's happening to us. Sometimes I think I know, but it's only an idea. Sometimes I have the idea I know what's happening to us. Other times I can't see. I go blind. Sometimes I don't have any idea at all. I'm just eating.
I forgot what I went out there. I just forgot.
Chair.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't matter. I must be on the floor.
I made a move to go get it. He beat me to it.
It doesn't matter.
Was he being polite?
Yes,
I'm going out there? And he's getting the chair for Jeep. And Jeep doesn't even care.
it's all right.
Oh, Woodward was a great man. He kissed soldiers. He held their hands. He saw mounds of amputated limbs.
I don't know anything about him.
He expected something from America. He had this great expectation.
I don't know. I never thought about it.
It was like what Tolstoy was to Russia.
I don't know much about that.
A father. A passionate father pleading for his country. day, the same thing happened. Everybody at each other's throats. Walt was there, he could tell you.
I thought he was dead.
Manhattan, it was called then. Indian. They had big open tents on the Bowery, with sawdust on the floor, German beer, juggling acts, dancing bears. The Civil War was just beginning. When was this? He'd tip his hat to Abe, and Abe would tip his hat back.
They liked it.
The poet and the president. The poet, all gray and white, standing on his feet. The president, all dark and somber, blooming down from his horse, the face of war in his eye. Two of them seeing each other from their respective positions. The entire nation in a jackknife. This all happened on Vermont Avenue near L Street. The street itself was raining. Blue soldiers were lying wounded in every doorway, some having slept there all night with gaping wounds, soaked through to the bone. Walt was a witness.
Ta-da! There it is.
I'm okay here.
You don't want it. Don't you want it? This is the life. Now I'm glad I went through all that.
Aren't you hungry, Shooter?
No, I'm glad.
Well, time to wash up.
You want some water, Shooter? There's plenty of water.
This is it for me. I am never leaving this chair.
I'm gonna have some water. I'd be glad to get you a cup if you want.
He just said he doesn't want any. Hey, does anybody want to read?
I'm never leaving again.
I don't mind looking for the place.
You know, I could conduct all my business from here. I mean, I'd need a bedpan and some magazines.
We should save the bones for soup.
This is much more in line with how I see myself. I picture myself as a father, very much at home. The world can't touch me.
Shooter, you remember when you were scared? Shooter, you remember? Oh, Shooter!
No, I don't remember that. They don't leave that now. I mean, people are washing dishes and Lupe's looking for the place. Things are rolling right along. Why bring that up?
Hey, was it near the place where the comet ran into the neutron?
Shooter, I remember. I remember you were so scared you couldn't go up to take a bath.
No, that's not me at all. That's entirely the wrong image. That must have been an accident.
Oh.
I mean, I've never been afraid of baths. I mean, I've always been brave in those situations. I plunge right in. I haven't. He stink, boy. Boy, did he stink. Boy, did he ever stink.
Was it the water?
Yeah. Something about how it distorted his body, made him down into.
Then it wasn't the water.
Yeah, the water. The way it warped his body.
Well, that's just the way he saw it. That was him, not the water.
Then, he began to fear his own body.
From that? From seeing it in the water?
He began to feel like a foreign spy, spying on his own body. I mean, he'd lie awake at night, afraid to sleep. Fear his body might do something without him knowing.
Is he a close friend?
I knew him for a while.
What happened to him?
His body killed him. Just had enough and killed him.
What happened to the body?
It's still walking around, I guess. Hey, would someone tell Liza to bring me the flask?
She's washing the dishes.
It's an interesting story.
Thank you.
How did it get started?
What?
I mean, how did he get into this relationship?
Who knows? Just developed. One day he just found himself like that.
Remember the days of mass entertainment?
No.
This could never have happened then. Something to do every minute. Always something to do. I was once very active in the community.
What's a community?
Sense of, it's a sense of Shooter, what's a community?
You know. You were on the right track.
It's a sense of...
I know.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't take words.
I know what you mean.
It's just a kind of a feeling.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I think we're beginning to get it back. I mean, even in the dead of winter, you can feel it. Everybody's sort of helping each other out.
Did he suspect his body of treason? Was that it?
I'm not sure. It was a touchy situation.
He must have had a hard time. I mean, he couldn't reach out. I mean, he wouldn't expect anyone else to be in the same boat, probably.
Probably not.
Well, it is rare.
Was it in a particular time of hardship?
Can't rightly say.
I mean, were things crumbling?
I suspect he couldn't see it. I mean, I suspect he had his ideas, his opinions, certain stiff attitudes.
And his body still walking around?
That's right. Walking stiff.
Was it near the place where the sky rained fire?
Can anyone tell? I mean, if we ran into this body, could we tell it was vacant?
I don't know.
How could you?
There must be a way. I mean, there must be something missing. You could tell if he wasn't all there.
I'm not sure.
How could you tell?
we know. We know. We hear each other. We hear our voices. We know each other's voice. We can see, we recognize each other. We have a certain, well, we can tell who's who. We know our names, we respond, we call each other. I mean, we're not completely stranded like that. It's not like that, how that would be.
I'm starving. Did we eat already?
You weren't here.
I was here. I was here all along.
Not at the right time.
You mean you ate without me? Now I'm beginning to regret my decision.
What?
Stay in the chair. I was short-sighted. And I'd give anything just to travel around this space. Just to lick the corners. Just to get my nose into the dust. Just to feel my body moving.
Keep it to yourself.
I can picture it. I get it. I let my body go. Moves out. My head finds things. It imagines forests, chainsaws, hammers and nails in my ears. A whole house is being built. My body moves out. It sniffs the boards. Everything's churning with new pictures. And suddenly it all ends again, and I am back in the chair. But now I've ruined it. Now I've had my cake. Now neither one is any good. The adventure doesn't get it on, and neither does the chair. I mean, I'm nowhere.
I'm trying to concentrate.
Shall I tell a story?
Oh, Jesus. If I could find a place we could read a story.
I feel like a story. I'm going to tell a story. Jeep, how about it?
You bet.
One night, there was some moths, a bunch of moths. Now, in the distance, they could see a candle, just one candle, in the window of a big house. The moths were tormented by this candle. I mean, they longed to be with this candle, but none of them understood it or knew what it was. So the leader of the moths, he sent one of the moths up to bring back some information about this light. When the moth returned and reported what he had seen, the leader told him that he hadn't understood anything about the candle. So they sent out a second moth. Now this moth got into the house, and he touched the flame with the tip of his wings, but the heat drove him off. When he returned and reported what he'd seen, the leader still wasn't satisfied. So they sent out a third moth. Now this moth approached the house, and he saw the candle flickering in the window. He became filled with love for this candle. He crashed against the glass, and he finally found a way inside. He threw himself on the flame. With his forelegs, he took hold of the flame and united himself joyously with her. He embraced her completely, and his whole body became red as fire. The leader of the moths, who was watching from off in the distance with the other moths, saw that the moth and the flame appeared to be one. He turned to the other moths and said, "He's learned what he wanted to know, but he is the only one who understands it." How deep is our well, anyway? After Eliza.
standing up here before that fish ever arrived. It's just a coincidence. It's not the way it looks.
Sugar, can you create some reason for me to move? Some justification for me to find myself somewhere else?
Only if you promise that you don't think that I'm afraid of fish because I'm standing on this chair and there happens to be a fish in the house.
I wasn't thinking of you.
Go and pick up the fish. Go and put the fish on the table. Take your jackknife out of your pocket. Open your jackknife up. The big blade. Now, cut open the belly of the fish. Starting at the pee hole. Slice it towards the head. Now clean it like you would any other fish. What's been going on in here? Was there a party? Somebody taking liberties? It's agonizing. I mean, all this time, I could have sworn I was getting something done. I can't even remember eating. Did we eat already? Wasn't there a turkey? This isn't the worst. Somebody is going to have to bring me some food, you know. I mean, I made this decision to stay in the chair, and I'm going to stick to it come hell or high water. It's not my fault. I could have the fish. Hey, Chief, when you're done with that, would you mind frying it up and bringing it to me? I mean, if it's not too much trouble. This isn't the worst thing that could happen.
Table's littered with carcasses. Guts, bones, the insides. I'm in the middle of all this.
Who are you talking to?
I'm swimming in it.
It's nobody's fault, you know.
I can't help eating. I'll eat to my dying day.
Oh, brother.
If you were alone, would you have done that?
I'm still in the chair. I'm sticking to my promise.
You wouldn't call it showing off?
I'm at my wit's end. I mean, the whole world could disappear.
starting to feel better already. You remember before when I was getting the fears?
No. When was that?
When I was asking you if you remembered when you were scared to go up and take a bath.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Well, I'm feeling better now. Even in the middle of all this violence.
I didn't know you were scared, G. I mean, I would have done something. I just didn't know you were scared.
I'm in a better position now. Now I got something to do. I could even imagine how horrifying it could be to be doing all this. It doesn't touch me. It's like I'm dismissed.
Am I completely hidden?
More or less.
Maybe I'm gone.
Maybe.
That's what it's like.
Maybe that's it then. Gone.
That's it, all right. Is there anyone there to verify? To check it out?
Are you sure you want to?
Maybe it's better like this. We'll keep it a secret.
Are you sure you're not there?
More or less. Something creeps back now that you mention it.
Oh,
What's the matter?
I don't know. I got no references for this. Suddenly it shifted.
What's the matter? You gotta clue me in.
It's a fast ride.
Once, I was in a family. I had no choice about it. We lived in different houses. I had no choice. I couldn't even choose the wallpaper.
Are you getting to the point?
I found myself in schools. In cars. I got arrested. That was when it changed. The second I got arrested.
Have you forgotten about me?
The second I got arrested, I understood something. I remember the phrase, getting into trouble. I remember the word, trouble. I remember the feeling, being in trouble. It wasn't until I got in trouble that I found out my true position.
What was that?
I was in the world. I was up for grabs. I was being taken away by something bigger.
The cops.
Something bigger. Bigger than family. Bigger than school. Bigger than the 4-H club. Bigger than Little League baseball. This was big time.
Did you go to jail?
Went everywhere. Cop car, court, jail. Cop car, jail, court. Cop car home, cop car jail. Everywhere. I noticed this new interest in my existence. These new details. Every mark was noted down. Every scar. The lines in my fingers. Hair, eyes, change in the pocket, knives, race, age, every detail.
Who was interested?
Vast network. Chain of events. I entered a new world.
Weren't you scared?
I used to have this dream that would come to me. I was standing on my feet. Beyond my feet, just standing there in these walls. I'd have this dream come to me. That the walls were moving in. It was like a sweeping kind of terror that struck me. And And then something in me would panic. I wouldn't make a move. I'd just be standing there, very still. But inside, something would leap, like I was trying to escape. And then the sleep would come up again something. It was like an absolutely helpless leap. There was no way of getting out of there. I couldn't believe it. It was like nothing in the whole wide world could get me out of there. I'd relax. I'd be forced to relax. Because if I didn't, I'd follow through with it. If I let my body do it, I'd just crash against the wall or something. I'd smash my head in. I had to relax. For a second, I could accept it. That I was there, in jail. I wasn't getting out. No escape. For a second. Then these thoughts would come. How long? How long was I there for? A day. Maybe I could last a day. A week. A month. I'd never last a month. Forever. That's the thought that did it. Forever. And then the whole thing would start up again. Except worse this time. As though it wasn't just a thought. As though it really was. And then I'd start to move. I couldn't help myself. My body was shaking. I started to make sounds. A low moan. An animal noise. I was moving now. I was stalking myself. I couldn't stop. Everything disappeared. I had no idea what the world was. I had no idea how I got there. Or why. Or who did it. I had no references for this.
We're ready for you now.
I'm going to give each of you a blindfold. If you wear glasses, please remove them.
Go ahead and put your blindfolds on.
Please step in the room. One more on that wall.
I see.
Please follow me.
How do I move that wall? See?
One, two, 1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, comrades. You are gathered here today because you have recognized the need to join together against the oppressive regime which has exploited the people of Albania for over 200 years. That you have gathered here today in such auspicious numbers is but a small sign of the growing unrest in the land. You, and so many others like you, have realized that indeed something is rotten in the state of Albania. You know that as a cow needs cud, so an Albanian needs freedom. Freedom! We, the freedom fighters of Albania, have taken this grassroots movement and whipped it into a brush fire that is raging across the land. And from every corner of the land has come the cry, who shall lead? Indeed, who? Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are Pa-Ubu. Ubu, King of Poland, inventor of the KGB, the FBI, the SS, the IRS, and the NFL. We have served as mentor to modern man's most dynamic leaders.
FDR, JFK, and LBJ. Together with Alfred Jarry, we discovered pataphysics, which led eventually to Star Wars. Long live the spirit of Alfred Jarry, first true martyr of the cause. He lived fast, died young, and refused to accept objective reality. Without his ether-inspired genius, it is very unlikely that we would find ourselves here today. And Urbania, this blessed land, Urbania, would be but a memory.
Our country is of the land of fraternity, Urbania, where every man must fight for what he knows is right. The enemy is in our sight, Urbania.
Now that we are in a land where liberty is equal to fraternity, and fraternity means, more or less, the equality of legality, and since we are unable of behaving like everyone else, we formed the CIA. Which is to say the counterintelligence agency to free Urbania from the evil clutches of the blue suede shoes brigade of goose-stepping rednecks. As guerrilla fighters, we must learn to recognize the enemy. You are all now, by virtue of your very presence here, members of the CIA. Welcome. Welcome. Congratulations. Glad to have you here. Fantastic job well done. You have, however, been photographed and recorded. In the event that any of you should wish to inform on us, your records will secretly be handed over to the powers that be. We leave your fate to your imagination. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Let me make ourselves perfectly clear. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. And we make it. Now that you are guerrilla fighters, you must learn to treat the common people with decency and respect. It is only in this way that we can hope to win the hearts of the Albanians. But it is just as important that we learn to recognize the enemy. Those who do not understand the logic of our goals and actions are no better than a fat lump of shit and must be eliminated. Our goal, comrades, is clear. We must free ourselves from this yoke of oppression. But how? How can we, the common people, fight the mob of power mongers who terrorize Urbania today? Indeed, how? Guns! Guns! Let's have guns!
Let's all go party, live off the army, see the world we never saw.
If we get feeling down, we wander into town, and if the population should greet us with indignation, we'll chop the bits because we like our hamburgers raw.
My father is missing, my brother is dead, and I went crazy shooting. But blood is blood, and red is red, and UBU is still recruiting. Let's all go party, live off the army, see the world we never saw.
liberation should reach us with liberation. We're chopping your heads because we like our hamburgers raw. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nothing like a rousing military song to get the blood boiling, eh? Patties. This new war, this holy war, will not be won with guns alone. Ours is a political war. Urbania is but the first small step. What is Urbania? Urbania is but this room. Our quest concerns not the mere confines of Urbania, but the world. Yes, the world! And how will we win this victory? Not with mere guns. Our target is in the minds of the population. And how will we reach the minds of the common people?
Guns!
Guns! Guns! No! Not with the use of force, but rather treating them always with decency, as if they were our own children, using the power of our superior intellect and training to convince them that our cause is their cause. Demonstration drill number 1, assume positions. Horns trumpet, demonstration drill number 1, assume positions. Let's move it. As a freedom fighter, you must always be able to persuasively justify your actions, no matter how extreme or bizarre they may appear to the common people. We have prepared a mini drama, if you like, to illustrate the points. Yes, right, well, you there, you'll do just fine on your feet. Here, put this around your neck, join the others, do as they do, everything will be just fine. Thank you very much. Assume position about face! You, the freedom fighter, have been living in the bush for several days fighting without food. You come upon a group of workers taking their lunch break. Now, share your food with a new recruit, man. Come on, make him feel part of it. Now, you do not simply run up to them, weapon raised, and demand, "Where's the beef?" No. Instead, you must explain to them why they should feed you. If you make it clear that it is their interest that they help you, you will not need to ask for anything. They will gladly give you everything they have. The generosity of the poor is no idle myth. Observe. Good day, comrades. Beautiful weather we're having, eh? Please pardon our present attire and somewhat diminished condition. We are a freedom fighter, living in the wild without food or shelter, fighting for you, for your freedom. Yes, we have recently come from a battle where we, single-handedly, all by ourselves, defeated an entire battalion of the Blue Suede Shoes Brigade, who were on their way to this very spot to rape, pillage, and plunder. Yes, we, with no thought or concern for our own safety, played the part of the pitiless sider who pitifully sides the pitiful poppies in the bloom of their youth. A bloody battle which has undoubtedly saved all of you from certain death. We are fatigued and famished from our efforts. Good friend, our weapon is your weapon. It is used to fight for your freedom. Is it not? not logical then that your food is also our food? In the name of freedom, give us your food! Horns, trumpets! On your knees! That is not how we rehearsed it! By my green candle, we will perforate your neurons! Are you trying to make a fool out of us in front of the new recruits? Aha! Yet another example of the devious and conniving tricks of our enemy. You sit! You are obviously a plant by the Blue Suede Shoes Brigade, intending to undermine our most holy enterprise. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You are a puppet. Your mind is no longer your own. You are an enemy of truth, an enemy of justice, an enemy of opinion, but most importantly, an enemy of God's terror. Die like a man, would ya? Now, where were we? Ah, yes. As I have demonstrated, you must always treat the common people with gentleness, decency, and regard. It should be clear to you by now that this is not done with the use of force, no, but rather by establishing a bond of identification. And this, too, is quite simple. Demonstration drill number 2! Those lazy rogues! Demonstration drill number 2. Let's move it double time. Up to, up to, up to, up to, up to, up to, up to. This. Assume position. And work, work, work. Very good. Now, you, the freedom fighter, in this case, come upon laborers working in the fields. You lay your weapon aside. Never out of arm's reach, mind you. And join in your work, shouting slogans such as, "Many hands make light work," or, "The greatest wealth of every human being is his own freedom, because we poor will always be slaves, but we slaves can always have the wealth of our own freedom." You see, it's quite simple. Watch. Many hands make light work. Many hands working together make light work. Many hands make light work. And for you there, a rolling stone gathers no moss. Yes, and a stitch in time saves 9. And let sleeping dogs lie. Very good. Look at them working now. Isn't it wonderful? A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Yes, a bird in the hand is worth 3. Come on, sucker, make my day. It's all part of the act. No need to get upset. Take him out. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Yes, the weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Well, I believe you've got the point of that by now. I believe we should try a few of these slogans here to make sure that everyone understands clearly what we are doing. These are useful for inciting riots or generally disturbing the peace in some way or another that's quite effective. So let's see. You there. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Repeat. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you.
They are for
you.
Very good. Stand up. Let's try it one more time, shall we? With a little feeling this time. The weapons are for winning freedom.
The weapons are for winning freedom.
They are for you.
They are for you.
Very good, very good. You there, on your feet, let's try. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
Yes, yes, that's much louder. Come on, fill in the space. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
Very good, very good. Everyone on this side of the room, stand up. We're going to try this one all together now. Very good, okay. Many hands make light work.
Many hands make light work.
You're on your feet as well, come on. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one.
Let's try it again with a little heart this time. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. A free Urbania for all, or a free Urbania for no one. Many hands make light work.
Many hands make light work.
All together now. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. The weapons are for winning freedom. They are for you. Long live Urbania. Long live Urbania. Long live UBU. Long live UBU. Okay, just one more now. The greatest wealth of every human being is his own freedom. Because we poor will never have Cadillacs, Mercedes, or any of those other fancy cars, and we will be destined